May 21st, 2014 was the day that our lives would never be the same.
We were pregnant with our fourth kid. We had been through this 3 times and we were ready for our fourth, and we knew what to expect, and everything was going great with the pregnancy, because we just knew that everything always goes right, and we're never part of the statistics of when it goes wrong. And then all of a sudden the unexpected will happen.
We were laboring at home and my uterus ruptured. We made a 911 call and an ambulance took me to the hospital, and right away they didn't get a heartbeat. So we had learned that Ryden, our fourth son, went 43 minutes with insufficient oxygen due to my uterus rupturing. And they delivered Ryden through emergency C-section, and he was born dead. They said that his APGAR score was as bad as it could get. He was gray and floppy, no heartbeat, no breath. We actually had an MRI done a week or 2 into the NICU stay. He was on life support, and the MRI showed catastrophic brain damage. Our diagnosis was that he would have extremely severe cerebral palsy, that he would have little to no muscle control, and that he likely wouldn't be able to recognize people. So pretty much neurologically blind and even possibly deaf. And that was, of course, the hardest thing for the mom to hear, because as a mom, you just can't wait for your baby to recognize you. And I was told that that likely would never happen. So after a few weeks in the hospital, he was able to start breathing on his own. So we took him home on hospice care, and we dared to love him like he was going to live. And he was progressing miraculously in certain ways, until after a few months he started having seizures. He developed a seizure disorder and started having infantile spasms and regressed to a newborn state pretty much immediately.
That was when we met Greg. We had an appointment with Greg actually at a Starbucks. It was so easy, and it was right then when Greg really became family. He started telling us about all of the good things that happen when you infuse these cord blood stem cells into a child, and all of a sudden a situation that really at this point we didn't have too much hope that things were going to get better. All of a sudden hope started creeping in, and we started getting excited about it, and Greg started coming over and talking to us about it, and actually all my kids call him Uncle Greg because we loved him so much.
He brought him presents, and yeah, he was very involved. It wasn't just like some rep at a company. He became a friend of ours that really cared about our situation, and he cared about Ryden, and he wanted to see Ryden healed and get better and do things that he hadn't done before.
We got a call from Greg saying, "You've got it all banked, but now we need to find you a doctor." And we don't know how to find a doctor for them to take on our case. We said, we're a nobody. It's hard to find a doctor. And Greg said, you're not a nobody to me. STEM Sight followed us through this whole process. And in the end, Dr. Kirksberg took us on, and she's the leading doctor in the entire world on this therapy, all because our banking system, STEMsight, took us the entire way.
It's like a light bulb went off. Even just a few weeks after we came home from the transfusion, it's like Ryden just woke up. A couple of my favorite things was, it was about 3 to 6 months after the transfusion, I was putting him to bed and I was holding him, and I just screamed for Neil to come. I'm like, "Neil, come here." And he ran in thinking something was wrong.
She's in the bedroom, I'm terrified.
Yeah, and I'm holding Ryden, I'm like, "Neil, listen." And Ryden said, "Mama." That was his first word. And he had never done anything like that before.
Mama, thank you, baby. I love you saying mama.
he's actually doing so good standing on his own that the therapists are convinced that he's going to walk someday. I can't even believe I'm saying that. I encourage parents all the time to save the cord blood because you never know when the unexpected is going to happen. You just pray that you're prepared